Hello and welcome back to Learning Canadian English. I'm your host, Jen.
And I'm Mike. It's great to be with you all today. In this episode, number 33, we are talking about something very close to our hearts.
That's right, we're discussing the top 10 things that make Canada a great country for newcomers. Mike and I are both children of immigrants, so this topic is very personal for us. My parents came from China, and Mike's family is from India.
Exactly. We often get asked, why Canada? So today, we're going to share some of the reasons our families chose this country and why we are so proud to call it home. We hope this is helpful for anyone thinking about moving here or for those who are just curious.
Let's get started. We'll count down from 10. Reason number 10, Canada's natural beauty.
This is a great one to start with. Canada is the second largest country in the world, and it is full of stunning landscapes. From the Rocky Mountains in the west to the beautiful coast in the east, there is so much to see. My family loves to go camping in the summer. It's a wonderful way to connect with nature.
I agree. My family wasn't very outdoorsy back in China, but here we love visiting national parks like Banff and Jasper. The lakes are so blue, it's like a postcard.
Okay, on to number 9, the 4 distinct seasons. This might sound simple, but it's something many newcomers find really special.
It's true. In many parts of the world, the weather is the same all year. In Canada, you get to experience everything. Hot, sunny summers for swimming, cool, colorful autumns for hiking, cold, snowy winters for skiing, and warm, fresh springs when everything turns green again.
Each season has its own beauty and its own activities. It makes the year feel very interesting. A quick vocabulary tip. Distinct means clearly different.
Great tip. Now for number 8, polite and welcoming people. You've probably heard the stereotype that Canadians are very polite.
And it's mostly true. People here often say sorry, please, and thank you. When my parents first arrived, they were so surprised that strangers would smile and say hello on the street. It made them feel very welcome.
Yes, there's a real sense of community. Of course, not everyone is perfect, but in general, there's a culture of respect here that makes day-to-day life very pleasant.
Let's move on to number 7, political stability. This is a very important one. Canada is a peaceful and democratic country.
This was a huge reason for my parents. Having a stable government and a reliable legal system provides a sense of security. You know that the laws are generally fair and that society is well organized. It allows you to plan for your future without worrying about sudden political problems.
That's a great point. That sense of safety is priceless. And speaking of safety, that brings us to number 6, low crime rate.
Canada is consistently ranked as one of the safest countries in the world. Of course, cities have some crime, but overall, it's a very safe place to live and raise a family. I remember feeling so comfortable walking home from my friend's house when I was a teenager.
Me too. This peace of mind is a big factor for many newcomers who may come from countries with higher crime rates.
Absolutely. Okay, we're halfway through. Reason number 5 is economic opportunity.
Mike, Canada has a strong and stable economy with many different industries, like technology, natural resources, and healthcare. This means there are job opportunities for people with different skills and backgrounds. My father's an engineer, and he found a great job here that allowed our family to build a good life.
Jen, the government also has programs to help newcomers find work and get their foreign credentials recognized. It's not always easy, but the opportunity is there.
Exactly. Now for number 4, high-quality education. This is a big one.
For sure, Canada's public education system is excellent, from kindergarten all the way to high school, and it's free for residents. The schools are well funded and the teachers are well trained. This was probably the number 1 reason my parents chose Canada. They wanted my brother and me to have the best education possible.
And it doesn't stop there. Canada has some of the top universities in the world, like the University of Toronto and McGill University. A Canadian education is respected everywhere.
Okay, we're down to our top 3. Reason number 3 is universal healthcare.
This is a cornerstone of Canadian society. Universal means it's for everyone. All citizens and permanent residents have access to necessary medical care, paid for by taxes. You don't have to worry that a medical emergency will lead to a massive bill.
This gives people incredible peace of mind. When my mother got sick a few years ago, we didn't have to worry about the cost of her treatment. We could just focus on her getting better. We are so grateful for that.
It's a system that truly values people's health and well-being. Now for our number 2 reason, and it's a big one: multiculturalism.
Yes, this is what makes Canada, Canada. In 1971, Canada was the first country in the world to officially adopt a policy of multiculturalism. This means the government encourages and celebrates the cultural diversity of its people.
It's not about just tolerating differences, it's about embracing them. You can see it in our cities, in the food, the music, the festivals. My family could still celebrate Diwali, and I could share that with my Canadian friends. You don't have to give up your identity to become Canadian.
I love that. I grew up celebrating Chinese New Year, and my whole neighborhood would get excited about it. This policy creates a society where people from all over the world can feel at home.
Which brings us to our number 1 reason why Canada is such a great country for newcomers: the Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
This is the foundation for everything else we've talked about. The Charter is a part of Canada's constitution that guarantees the fundamental rights and freedoms of everyone in Canada.
These rights include freedom of expression, freedom of religion, and the right to equality. It protects everyone from discrimination based on their race, gender, age, or country of origin. It is the law that ensures Canada remains a fair and just society for all.
It's the promise of a safe, free, and equal life, and that promise is what has drawn millions of people, including our parents, to this country.
So there you have it, our top 10 list, from the beautiful nature to the fundamental rights we all share.
It was so nice to reflect on these things. It reminds me of how lucky we are. We hope this was interesting for all of you listening.
If you live in Canada, what are some of your favorite things about this country? And if you're thinking of moving here, what are you most excited about? Let us know on our social media.
Thanks for tuning in to Learning Canadian English. We'll be back next week with another episode.
Until then, take care and keep practicing.